Hello YouTube and welcome back to the channel. I'm just rounding out a nice easy 10k run around Malahide Castle, my favourite place in the world to run, my second favourite place in the world to run. I'm doing most of my miles in here. Yeah, just coming to finish now. Had a good run. Legs felt the hill blast from last night. Definitely felt a little bit of strain in those legs, but clocked out 10.5k, floating around at 5:01 per kilometre average. But you know what, I think that's wrong. When I run in here, you can see there's quite a thick canopy of trees, and like I was cruising along, I think a lot of the kilometres were around about between 440 and 450, maybe even 455. They were all under, a lot of them were under 5. But like for instance, my last kilometre, it's a little bit of a downhill, but it's on the other side. It's a really thick canopy of trees, and my heart rate was a little bit higher than the average, so I was definitely hadn't slowed down, and the pace was saying 5:12 per kilometre. And that happens quite a lot in here, but it happens much more this time of year in the summer when the trees have all the leaves in them. In the winter it happens a little bit, but the trees are all bare, so not as much. So it is a little bit of a problem, and I definitely notice it when I'm doing like workouts, interval workouts, where I'm trying to run at a faster pace. It takes a good while for the watch to get up to speed, and then when I stop the interval, it seems to drop down quick enough, but it just never gets up quick enough. Now, some people might say that's just me, and there is that possibility. But no, definitely like on today when I did that last kilometre, once I go under that canopy of trees, there was no way I had dropped from like 450 down to 5:12 per kilometre. So I bought something to try and rectify that. I bought a little Coros Pod, and that should get delivered today. In fact, I'm going to check my phone now, and hopefully Amazon have delivered it. It's at my house now, so the next video is going to be that. I'm going to get it up and running. I'll have to calibrate it somehow. I'm not sure how that works. I'd say it's all fairly straightforward. I'll get it onto the foot, and I'll see whether there's any difference between running with the foot pod and running just with the watch. When I'm out in the open like here, if I'm running around the grass area, the Coros watch seems absolutely fine, and it was the same when I had the Garmin. But when I run under that canopy of trees, and there is parts of this Malahide Castle where it's really thick canopy of trees, and it's when I'm under there it seems to happen a lot more. Anyway, just did that run, felt good. Like I said, the legs are a little bit sore. Even when I'm walking now, I can feel those hill blasts have definitely had a little bit of an impact, so that's good to get a little bit of stimulus from the run last night. Felt good running today. Might get out and do another little 5k easy later on if I have time. How I'm going to work those double days is I'm only going to do them, I'm not going to force myself to do them. I'm only going to do them on days where I think I have plenty of time, and if I have an option to fit one in, I'll definitely just stick one in. Like I said, the stimulus will be quite low on that type of run. It'll just be a case of trying to get that mileage up, and like I said a lot in yesterday's video, I just need to just do a little bit more running than I'm doing at the moment. And there's two reasons for that. One, I just want to get the volume a little bit higher. It should be higher than what it is. I've just been cutting corners and making excuses, so time to change that. And also, the more mileage I do, the more easy miles I do, the more harder miles, and I want to just get some more steady running, which I've talked about in a couple of videos previous. The steady runs, I think, is what's really going to bring that fitness on, and like I said, I have that Dunshaughlin 10k race coming up, so I want to be in relatively tip-top shape for that. And then once that race finishes, I'll jump into half marathon training and then get myself fit for that, and then straight into marathon training, which will be great. Looks like it's going to be a good year. If this weather keeps up, it's going to be a fantastic year. It's another absolutely beautiful day in Dublin. Yeah, so time to get cleaned up now and get to work, do some patience, and like I said, if I have time later, I'll get out and do another run. Okay, it's evening time now. I went back to work. I went to work after that run this morning. Had a busy enough late morning into the early afternoon, then got some lunch, and in the afternoon I was back to back, just client after client after client after client, and it was like the sun was shining right in my clinic window. It was really hot. I was just worn out, so when I finished work I was just exhausted. I was tired, I was hungry, so I just came home. I was going to go and just do a little 5k shakeout run, but I didn't bother. I thought I'm probably going to run twice more because I'm going to get that foot pod on. When I go home, the foot pod had been delivered, so I'll get that on tomorrow. I'll do a couple of kilometers in the morning just to get that set up and get that running, and then I'll do, at some point tomorrow, I'll do my workout, and I'll have the foot pod on for that. So it'll be interesting to see how what I think on its first glance, you know, what it'll be like doing the workout with the foot pod on, how accurate the pace is. Things I'm looking for most is just the accuracy under the canopy of trees, because that is a problem. When I do my workouts, I always have to stay out in the open. I can never go under, because I can never, the place where I run, Malahide Castle, has a, like, it's a 4 kilometer loop around. Actually 4.5 if you take a little turn that I take. And I can never do that, because when I do, if I can never do it on a workout, because if I do, my pace is just all over the place. It can be so unreliable, there's not even any point looking at the watch. Like I was saying there, on that last kilometre that I ran this morning, I felt that was I put in a little bit of effort in the last one, and they were all in around 450 to 455 per kilometre, and on that last one was down to 509. So it just gives you an example of what it's like. Anyway, the foot pad has arrived. I'll set that up tomorrow. I'll get it onto the foot and I'll see what it's like. Yeah, and I'll definitely will be 2 ones from, but with the first one will just be setting up that watch, or setting up that foot pod to watch. That's pretty much it for the video, guys. Thanks for watching. It's a short one, but it is a video nonetheless. Yeah, I hope you all have a good evening. I know I'm gonna. Yeah, and remember, in the meantime, run far, run fast, most of all, run sensible.